Have you ever wondered what people over 100 do every day to stay healthy? In small villages scattered across Japan, researchers have discovered remarkable habits shared by men and women who have quietly defied the aging process. They are not relying on miracle drugs or extreme diets. Instead, it's simple daily choices that build a lifetime of vitality. In this video, we're diving into 8 everyday practices, followed by the people of Japan's famous longevity villages, based on real studies of those who have crossed the century mark with grace and strength. Stay tuned until the end because you'll learn how these quiet habits, when adopted thoughtfully, could help you live not just longer, but fuller with more energy, deeper happiness, and a renewed sense of purpose every single day. Now let's get started. Number 1, natural daily movement. One of the most powerful habits shared by people over 100 in Japan's longevity villages is their natural, almost effortless way of staying active throughout the day. They don't necessarily have gym memberships or follow strict workout routines. Instead, movement is woven seamlessly into their everyday life, tending to gardens, walking to visit neighbors, sweeping their porches, and preparing meals by hand. This gentle, consistent physical activity keeps their bodies strong and flexible, without the strain or exhaustion that often comes with formal exercise programs. More importantly, it keeps their hearts healthy, their joints supple, and their energy levels remarkably high well into their later years. Psychologically, natural movement reinforces a sense of independence and vitality. Instead of feeling like exercise is another task to check off a list, it becomes a joyful, integrated part of daily living. There's no pressure, no performance, just a quiet, steady rhythm that supports health without demanding anything extraordinary. Consider Tom, an 84-year-old from Okinawa, who still walks several times a day through his small vegetable garden, tending to each plant with careful attention. His movements aren't rushed or forced. They're simply a part of his life, a natural extension of his routine that keeps him connected to both the earth and his own strength. In contrast to the modern push for high-intensity workouts or structured fitness goals, these long-lived individuals show us that simple, regular movement may offer a far more sustainable path to physical well-being. Every step taken with purpose, every chore done with care, adds up to a lifetime of vitality. Rather than thinking of movement as something you have to carve out time for, consider ways to build it naturally into your day. Short walks after meals, gentle stretching while watching TV, light gardening or household chores done with intention. All of these small actions nourish the body and mind without strain. It's not about running marathons. It's about moving often, moving naturally, and letting motion become as natural to your day as breathing. Number 2, eating until 80% full. Another deeply ingrained habit among the people over 100 in Japan's longevity villages is a practice known as harahachi-bu, the tradition of eating until they feel about 80% full, not stuffed. It's a small, mindful habit that makes a powerful difference over a lifetime. Instead of rushing through meals or piling plates high, they eat slowly, savoring each bite and paying close attention to their bodies' quiet signals of fullness. This gentle restraint helps prevent overeating, protects their digestive health, and keeps unnecessary weight gain at bay, without ever feeling like a harsh diet or deprivation. Psychologists have long known that it takes about 20 minutes for the brain to register fullness. Eating slowly and stopping short of absolute fullness gives the body time to communicate its true needs, preventing the cycle of mindless overeating that can lead to chronic health problems. It's a simple but profound way to show respect for the body's wisdom. Think about Helen, a 79-year-old from a small town in Japan, who grew up following this rule without even thinking about it. Her meals are modest, colorful, and filled with gratitude. She eats until she feels comfortable, not stuffed, and leaves the table feeling energized rather than sluggish. It's not about counting calories, it's about honoring balance and tuning into the natural rhythms of the body. For those of us more used to finishing every plate or eating until we're completely full, this shift might feel subtle at first. But practicing harahachi-bu can transform your relationship with food into something more nourishing, gentle, and deeply satisfying. Choosing to stop when you feel almost full isn't about discipline, it's about giving your body the space to thrive. It's a daily act of kindness to yourself, one that pays off not just in how you feel after a meal, but in how your body sustains you over the years. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 2 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now let's move forward. Number 3, maintaining strong social connections. A striking common thread among people living past 100 in Japan's longevity villages is their deep daily connection to others. They are not living isolated, lonely lives. Instead, they weave rich, supportive social relationships into their everyday existence. Whether through family gatherings, neighborhood visits, or simply sharing a chat over a cup of tea, social connection is not treated as a luxury. It's a necessity as vital to their health as good food or movement. These relationships offer emotional support, practical help, shared laughter, and a sense of belonging that nourishes the spirit as much as the body. Studies have shown that loneliness can be as harmful to health as smoking or obesity. While strong social ties protect against depression, cognitive decline, and even physical illnesses. In these longevity villages, friendships and family bonds act as a powerful protective force that extends far beyond mere companionship. Take George, an 82-year-old from a coastal village, who spends time each afternoon visiting neighbors. Whether it's helping someone fix a gate, swapping vegetables from the garden, or simply sitting together to watch the sunset, these small daily interactions weave a strong safety net of care and purpose around his life. Maintaining strong connections doesn't have to mean hosting big parties or making dozens of phone calls. It can be as simple as reaching out to a neighbor, joining a small club, attending a weekly gathering, or making it a point to check in with family regularly. After 60, relationships become more precious, not less. Investing time and heart into them isn't just about being social. It's about building a web of life that holds you up, keeps you moving forward, and makes every day richer and more meaningful. The truth is, human connection is one of the most powerful medicines there is, and in the longevity villages of Japan, it's prescribed freely and often. Number 4, following a primarily plant-based diet. One of the most consistent findings in Japan's longevity villages is the simple, powerful way people nourish themselves. Through a diet that is overwhelmingly plant-based. Meals are built around vegetables, fruits, whole grains, legumes, and sea vegetables, with fish enjoyed in small portions, and meat reserved for special occasions rather than everyday consumption. Their plates are colorful, rich in variety, and centered on foods that are packed with nutrients, but gentle on the body. Instead of heavy processed dishes, their meals are light, vibrant, and deeply satisfying without being overwhelming or excessive. Nutrition experts around the world agree that diets rich in plant-based foods support heart health, reduce inflammation, improve digestion, and lower the risk of chronic diseases like diabetes and cancer. But in the longevity villages, this isn't a trendy diet. It's simply the way things have always been done. Take Dorothy, an 80-year-old woman living in a small mountain town, who grows much of her own food and enjoys meals filled with sweet potatoes, leafy greens, tofu, miso soup, and small portions of freshly caught fish. There are no strict rules or obsessive restrictions, just a natural pattern of eating what the earth provides, in a way that feels both nourishing and sustainable. Shifting to a more plant-focused diet doesn't mean giving up everything you love. It simply means allowing vegetables, fruits, and whole foods to take center stage, while treating heavier, richer foods as occasional accents rather than daily staples. This way of eating brings more than physical health. It fosters a deeper connection to the seasons, to the land, and to the simple pleasure of meals that are both delicious and life-giving. And it offers a daily reminder that longevity isn't found in miracle foods or fad diets. It's rooted in the quiet, steady choice to nourish your body with what truly sustains it. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 4 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now let's move forward. Number 5, having a strong sense of purpose. Among those who live past 100 in Japan's longevity villages, one invisible thread ties them all together: a clear, enduring sense of purpose. They wake up each morning knowing there's something they are meant to do, someone they are meant to care for, a reason their life still matters in the world. This feeling is known as ikigai, the deep sense of meaning that fuels daily life. It doesn't have to be something grand or extraordinary. For some, it's tending a small garden. For others, it's teaching traditional crafts to the younger generation, preparing meals for family, or simply showing up for a community gathering. Psychologists have found that having a strong purpose is closely linked to lower rates of depression, better resilience against illness, and even reduced mortality. It provides an emotional anchor, something that steadies the heart even when life brings its inevitable challenges. Think about Frank, a 77-year-old in a coastal village, who considers it his purpose to care for a public flower garden outside the local temple. Rain or shine, he tends it with love, knowing that his small act brings beauty and joy to everyone who passes by. That sense of belonging, of making a difference, breathes vitality into every day he lives. Finding or renewing your sense of purpose doesn't have to be complicated. It can be something as small as helping a neighbor, writing letters to old friends, learning a new skill, or simply deciding to greet each day with kindness. After 60, when many of life's big milestones are behind us, purpose doesn't disappear, it shifts. It becomes richer, more personal, more profound. Cultivating it is not about keeping busy. It's about keeping connected to the reasons your heart still beats with hope and meaning every single day. Number 6, spending time outdoors. In the longevity villages of Japan, one of the most overlooked yet consistent daily habits is simple: they spend time outside. Whether it's walking through a rice field, sitting on a porch, gathering vegetables, or just soaking up the morning air, being outdoors is part of everyday life, not something saved for weekends or special occasions. This daily connection to nature provides more than fresh air. It regulates circadian rhythms, improves mood, reduces blood pressure, and eases mental fatigue. Sunlight exposure supports vitamin D production, which helps with bone health, immune function, and emotional well-being, especially important as we age. There's also something deeper at play. Being in nature reminds us of our place in the world, of cycles and seasons, of beauty that asks nothing from us but presence. It encourages slower breathing, quiet reflection, and a kind of peace that can't be found in artificial light or on a screen. Take Shirley, an 80-year-old woman from a mountain village, who begins and ends each day with a walk along a narrow forest path near her home. She doesn't walk far or fast, but she walks with intention. She listens to bird song, notices the changing leaves, and greets neighbors tending their gardens. This quiet ritual isn't about exercise. It's about grounding herself in the rhythm of the natural world. For those of us who spend much of our time indoors, reintroducing nature into our daily routines doesn't require a dramatic change. A short walk after lunch, sitting on a balcony or porch with a cup of tea, tending a few plants, even just standing barefoot in the grass for a few moments can calm the nervous system and lift the spirit. These are the kinds of moments that aren't always scheduled, but they make life feel more alive. And in Japan's longest living communities, they're treated as essential, not optional. They show us that sometimes the path to longevity doesn't run through a gym or a pharmacy, it runs through the garden gate. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 6 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now let's move forward. Number 7, engaging in daily stress-reducing rituals. One of the most quietly powerful habits observed among centenarians in Japan's longevity villages is their commitment to daily rituals that soothe the nervous system and calm the mind. These rituals vary from person to person. Some practice morning prayer, others enjoy tea ceremonies, some meditate, and many find comfort in lighting incense or taking slow, intentional breaths. But what they all share is a deliberate pause, a moment of stillness, a return to center each day. Unlike stress management practices that only kick in during moments of crisis, these rituals are preventative. They don't wait for the tension to build, they dissolve it before it can take root. This daily discipline protects emotional health, supports heart function, reduces cortisol levels, and increases resilience in the face of life's inevitable challenges. There's a deep wisdom in choosing to slow down, especially in a world that constantly urges us to go faster. When you engage in a simple act of mindfulness, it's not just calming, it's healing. It tells your body you're safe, you're supported. You can rest here. Consider Walter, an 85-year-old in a quiet fishing town, who begins each day by lighting a candle and sitting quietly with his thoughts for 10 minutes before he speaks to anyone. It's not dramatic or showy, it's sacred. It's his daily way of collecting himself, grounding his energy, and starting the day on his terms. That tiny habit has helped him weather grief, change, and even illness with more calm and clarity than many people half his age. If you haven't already built a small ritual like this into your day, it's never too late to start. It could be 5 minutes of silence, slow breathing, journaling, sipping tea while watching the trees sway, anything that helps you pause and be present. These practices don't require special equipment or deep knowledge. They require only intention. And in the lives of those who've lived the longest, they prove again and again that peace isn't something you find, it's something you create, one quiet moment at a time. Number 8, maintaining consistent sleep and wake routines. Another quiet but powerful habit found among people living past 100 in Japan's longevity villages is their commitment to consistent sleep and wake patterns. They rise with the sun and wind down as night falls, following the natural rhythms of the day rather than fighting against them. This regularity helps stabilize their internal body clocks, known as circadian rhythms, which play a crucial role in regulating metabolism, hormone levels, immune function, and emotional balance. It's not about sleeping longer necessarily, it's about sleeping smarter, giving the body and brain the deep, restorative rest they need to heal, rebuild, and rejuvenate. Modern science now confirms what these villagers have practiced all along: irregular sleep patterns. Staying up late one night, sleeping in the next can disrupt health far more than we realize, increasing risk for heart disease, depression, cognitive decline, and even shortening lifespan. Think about Ruth, an 81-year-old from a rural village, who still rises before the sun to tend her small herb garden and retires by 8 or 9 p.m. every evening. She doesn't need an alarm clock, her body knows. That steady rhythm keeps her energy even, her mind sharp, and her spirit grounded in the simple, sustaining cycle of the natural world. Creating a steady sleep and wake schedule doesn't mean rigidly forcing yourself into bed at the same minute every night. It's about creating gentle routines that signal to your body when it's time to rest and when it's time to rise. Soft lighting in the evenings, a quiet wind-down ritual, avoiding heavy meals late at night, all of these small choices add up. They prepare the body for rest, help you fall asleep more easily, and allow you to wake with more ease and clarity. In the longevity villages of Japan, sleep isn't viewed as a luxury or something to squeeze in. It's treated with the quiet respect it deserves as one of the most important pillars of lifelong health and vitality. Final thoughts. As we wrap up today's video, take a moment to reflect on the 8 powerful daily habits we've explored. Which of these simple practices speaks to you the most? Which one feels like something you could begin weaving into your own life? Starting today, we'd love to hear from you, so leave a comment below sharing one thing you learned and how you plan to use it to create a longer, richer, more vibrant life. Remember, longevity isn't built on grand gestures or impossible routines. It's the quiet daily choices, the natural movement, the small meals, the connections, the moments of peace that build a foundation strong enough to last over 100 years. No matter where you are in your journey, it's never too late to take a small step toward a life that feels lighter, brighter, and more alive. You deserve that kind of life. You always have. Thank you for joining us today. We'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and share one thing you learned today and how you plan to use it in your life. Your thoughts are important to us, so don't hesitate to share them. Reading your comments gives us great motivation and encouragement. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Thanks for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.